The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. You can always count for a close, exciting game between Wayne County and Appleton County, man.
Just nice to get that win.
Good to get that win. Way to go, Yellow Jackets, over Appleton County in varsity baseball action last night. Well, we've got a guest in here this morning, Bob. Who do we have?
Miss Christy Carter's in town.
Good morning.
Good to see you, Christy.
Good morning,
Like I
Christy.
said, haven't seen her in a while.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, it's been a while, and just tell folks, who you work with, and what's going on, what the next event that y'all have got going on, and what it's all about. Okay?
Absolutely. I'd be glad to. So there is a ladies' conference called Inspire Experience, and I'm part of the team helping to promote it, and I wanted to have the opportunity to come on the show today and let all the ladies know in the listening area to attend it. And so that's who I am. I've lived here and been here and moved away and came back to share some good news.
I like this on the top up here. It says it's got Inspire for this women's conference, but it's got Breathe, Grow, Go.
Yes. So we're trying to get people to slow down and take time out of their busy schedules to stop and listen to God's voice. And we want everyone to come and attend this conference. It's on it's on a Friday, March 15th through Saturday the 16th. So you'll start at 5 o'clock on a Friday night with dinner and snacks and goodies and surprises and giveaways, and it'll go through Sunday evening. And it's just the fourth annual conference is designed for women of all ages and all backgrounds. Just we want to build connections and deepen relationships and just make a bigger impact in our communities.
Okay, Women Conference on March 15th and 16th. And where's it going to be held?
It is going to be hosted at Community Church on St. Simon's Island. And it's just a hop, skip, and jump from the listeners here to come down. But should you want to make it a weekend, there are discounts on the website for hotels down there.
What is the website the folks can go to find out more experience? These ladies can find out more about this event going on March 15th and 16th.
Sure. It's inspireexperience.org. That's inspireexperience.org. And this year's theme is Rooted. We're having 2 guest speakers. We'll have one on Friday night, and she'll be Shanna Powell. She's the executive director of the United Missions for Campus Crusades for Christ. So she'll be sharing, telling stories and sharing her vision, creating just a movement on the young people in the world today. And then on Saturday, all day, we'll have breakouts, and then we'll have a lady named Sarah Ott Dayton of Establish Her. And she's going to bring a message Saturday, and her ministry, it exists for women who desire more intimacy in Christ, not just activity for him. And her passion is to make much of Jesus in every environment, gathering and teaching. She recently wrote her first book called Established Her. And it kind of is a segue into what our theme's going to be for this year. It's called Rooted.
Okay. You got a drawing of a picture here, a drawing of a tree on here with the branches, but then you also got almost the equal amount of the roots going down into the ground, being rooted.
Yes.
On your flyer that you just gave us here to promote this women's conference March 15th and 16th on St. Simon's Island at Community Church.
The conference started in 2018, so this is the 4th year, and we wanted to create a small space for deeper things through worship with engaging speakers and just small group conversations. So there will be small groups. It'll be very personable. It'll be very fun. We'll have worship music. I mean, it'll just be a fun getaway for ladies, and I just want to encourage them of all ages. I wouldn't say, 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds, but maybe, up 16 and up, maybe.
Okay. And go to inspireexperience.org. experience.org to find out all the details.
And there's going to be lots of surprises, so you definitely want to come. One thing I want to share is Friday night, after the main event on Friday night, there'll be a silent disco. That sounds interesting.
A what?
A silent disco. It's after the main event, yes. And then on Saturday...
Okay, back up the train here. What is a silent disco?
They have to sign up to find out more about it. But it's... I'm not on the silent disco planning team, so I'm just on the announcing side. So
I don't want to... You're going to have ladies break out in John Travolta moves and no, disco music playing?
I don't know.
All right.
Sign up and find out.
Sign up
there
and
you
find
go.
out, ladies.
Absolutely.
That's one of the fun events after the Friday night events. Okay.
And yes, and then Saturday night or Saturday afternoon we'll have something called a party on the lawn. So you just have to sign up to learn more about it and find out more about it to experience. But we really would love to reach all the ladies in this community and everybody listening out. There are vendor and sponsorship opportunities still available. And you can email us at info@inspireexperience.org. That's info@inspireexperience.org. And that's how they can get in touch with us. I know the most important thing is the price, right? So ticket prices are $125 right now through leap year day, the 29th, not the 28th, but the 29th. And that includes all your meals and snacks and everything throughout the whole 2-day event.
Meals, snacks, and conference.
Exactly.
And entertainment.
Yes,
silent disco and all the good stuff in the lawn party.
And ticket prices will go up March 1st, but I'm not going to tell you how much they go up to, so you just have to register now.
Okay. Sounds good. This is for ladies. Women's conference.
It'll
March
be
15th
a lot
and 16th.
of fun. So sign up, ladies. Men, sign up your wives and surprise them with it.
That's
they would
right.
love
Sign up
it.
your wives and get them out of town for a couple of days.
No, thank y'all so much for letting me be on the show. And again, thank y'all for doing this.
All right. Christy Carter's promoting the Inspire Women's Conference coming to St. Simon's Island March 15th and 16th at the Community Church St. Simon's campus. InspireExperience.org. All right. You have a good day. Good seeing you again, Christy.
You too. Y'all have a good day.
All right. Bob, you have any more questions for her? Anything at all? Okay. All right. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob show in just a moment.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast.
Good morning, everyone. It's a cold start to our Tuesday. Bundle up this morning. Later this afternoon, a good mix of sunshine, more clouds, and highs in the low 60s. Tomorrow for Wednesday, we'll have sunny skies and highs stay about the same. On Thursday, sunny. Temperatures move into the mid and upper 60s as we bring in a slight chance of rain for Thursday night and a better chance of rain Friday afternoon. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
15 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. Well, Bob, you actually gave some NASCAR sports news this morning. That's amazing. Am I going to hear any more of the rest of the NASCAR season, or is this it for you?
That's the Daytona 500. Got rained out. I was ready to watch it Sunday afternoon, but it got rained out, so I had to DVR it Monday. So because baseball game started at 6.
I watched the beginning of it yesterday, but then of course had to come in to run the board here for the ball game, and then and before the ball game was over with, the Daytona 500 already in, so I was able to see some highlights and and see who the winner was and so forth. So and Hendricks, got the first and second in that. Yeah. But what a wreck there on that last lap. My word. Jeez. It was right at the, luckily William was past the white flag when that wreck happened. And, man, that's a lot of folks involved in that thing. You start getting up there close to 200 miles an hour, 180 to 200, and somebody starts getting a little squiggly there and turns sideways. That can affect a lot of cars, as we saw yesterday there at the end of that race. But it's the 40th anniversary of Hendricks Motor, and they're what a way to the kick off the year on your 40th anniversary of having Hendricks Motor. They're all proud of that. So good race yesterday down to Daytona. The Rock said, "Start your engines," and it was good. Good seeing NASCAR getting all fired up. You got some young guys in there right now that I'm having a hard time knowing who they are. You always have the changing of the guard, and you got some new young drivers in there that are doing well, and just got to get to know them over the course of the season.
I didn't know these guys that won.
William Byron? Yeah, he's been around for a while.
I'm just a big NASCAR fan. I said after Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon, all those guys left, I hadn't really paid attention to it.
Well, you just have new drivers generation after generation. We used to have the King, yeah.
Super Bowl in NASCAR, there. That's how they kick it off. It's interesting how they have the biggest event in the first event of the year.
Yeah, biggest event, first one. 100,000 people there, just having to go to a time out there in the sun.
I just know a lot of Wayne counties go down there every year and have a good time.
Yeah.
So.
For a few years there, I went down to the summer race. I took the motorhome inside the infield there and had a good time with the family. And I haven't been to a race in a long time now, but that was enjoyable.
Yeah, I enjoyed my experience down there. It was fun.
Yeah, and when Dad and I had our radio stations up in Aiken, South Carolina, we carried the races, and we got a whole bunch of tickets to the Darlington race each year. I can't remember. We had two races, and I think we got tickets to both of them. And so I went to a lot of Darlington races up there when I lived in South Carolina from back in the 80s. But they're fun to go to. Never been to a NASCAR race? Pick one out. Atlanta's coming up real soon in March, and you can get you some good tickets there to the Atlanta race. NASCAR is back for the 2024 season. All right, well, that was a nail-biting game yesterday in the baseball between the Wayne County Yellow Jackets and the Appleton County Pirates in varsity baseball. Another one-run victory.
Yeah, tremendous crowd out there last night. Again, as Coach McDonald says, just thanks to everybody who came out there. The place was packed last night. But as always is when those two teams meet, got kind of chilly temperatures, but everybody's bundled up, and Wayne County got a big win, so head to Vidalia. Again, if you got a schedule, it says at home, but again, a reminder that game's been switched to Vidalia today at 6 o'clock. But the girls' basketball team's at home today against Spalding County. Wish those girls the best of luck. Hopefully a good crowd will show up. That's a 5:30 tip time today at Benny Ratliff Arena, taking on Spalding County in round one of the state playoffs. So
what's tip-off time?
Jackets at 5:30.
5:30, Wayne County girls and state playoff action. Yeah. Hosting. Yeah. There at Benny Ratliff Arena. And remember, folks, Wayne County varsity baseball team on the road today to Vidalia. The schedule printing was messed up. We're going to Vidalia today in varsity baseball, and then the next game against Vidalia, they're coming here.
Interested, we're playing Spalding High School, and that's where that tragedy occurred over the weekend where their football coach got arrested for murder in Maryland. That was a crazy story.
In Maryland?
In Maryland. That's where his girlfriend is.
Well, I guess the season's off right now, so he's up there.
He confessed to strangling her to death, so he's in
was
jail.
This one of the coaches, the head coach?
This was the head football coach.
Head football coach of Spalding.
Yep. 43-year-old Carl Kearney. Suppose he did a good job turning their program around in football, but he's currently in jail, charged with first-degree murder. So, crazy story in Georgia high school football.
Well, it's been said that anger is a temporary insanity, so perhaps maybe that's what happened. That's just a tragic event there that had to happen, that he just couldn't turn around and walk out. And you don't put your hands on someone else.
According to report, he had a history of abuse with his former wife. She's come out and telling all kinds of stories. So it's an ugly story, but a sad story. But just ironic that Spalding high school football coach gets arrested, and that's who Wayne County's playing in the first round of state playoffs in basketball. So,
Playing against them. Yeah.
baseball, so just ironic.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So what else is going on, Bob?
Yeah. I went and saw the Bob Marley movie yesterday. That was interesting. You learn something every day. I like Bob Marley movies. I didn't realize he died at the age of 38.
38? What did he die of? Yeah.
Died of cancer.
Cancer, 38.
He had cancer, and apparently he didn't listen to his director or guy that handles his producer. Tried to get him to go see a doctor. He just wouldn't ever go see a doctor.
Would never go?
No, wouldn't get treated. So.
You like that laid back?
Yeah, I like that. I like that reggae music. It was
Bob Marley music.
It was an interesting movie. I enjoyed it. Called One Love. But I saw it yesterday down at the Strand Cinema. So it was pretty. I didn't realize he died that young.
Yeah, I know of him, and I know of some of his music, but didn't know a whole bunch of details about him at all.
Still looking for a head football coach. That's
well, they'll be taking applications to the end of the month.
Yeah, but I keep hearing decisions imminent, so we'll wait and see. So,
decisions imminent, even though they're still taking applications.
That's what the word is.
So, Bob, you going to be our next head football coach?
No.
No? Well, okay.
They don't want me.
I want to see, make sure.
I'd fire too many people.
You can't fire. You can fire the coaches, but they're all leaving anyway. You have to bring in your own coaches, Bob. Yeah, you have to go out there and put your team together and put them in there and go to it. Yeah, for all you folks out there who think that you can coach better than our former coaches have, put your application in.
I'm still hoping Nick Saban says, I don't want to be in TV, looking for a high school job, keep hope alive. Nick Saban's rolling in town. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Ain't happening.
Ain't happening. No. Nope.
Early voting's underway.
So, it is?
Again, so
early voting.
Again, the two items on the ballot, the Georgia presidential primary and the 1 cent penny continuation for the SPLOST 5.
Continue the penny.
So 50 people voted yesterday on the holiday.
Okay. And they vote where here in Wayne County?
Cracker Williams. All the early voting at Cracker Williams.
All at Cracker Williams, early voting.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So
okay.
We'll follow that to the 3-week process. So hopefully a good turnout.
Okay.
A lot of interest in the Georgia presidential primary, so that's probably bringing more people to the polls.
Yeah. Down, on the Democratic side, it's mainly Biden. You've got some basically unknowns in there that basically it's Biden, and of course on the Republican side you got Trump and Haley, and Haley says she's in it for a long run, and which should make it interesting, and see what happens.
That South Carolina primary is right around the corner, so that'll be interesting how she does in her home state. So.
Yeah. She says, win or lose or whatever in South Carolina, she's going to continue with the campaign, and hopefully it'll start beginning to take traction, as they move along. So we'll see.
She says that. We'll wait and see.
We'll see what happens.
Things change once the vote comes in, I guess. We'll find out shortly.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, it'll make it a lot more interesting if you did have, at least competition going on there, and make it a lot more interesting in the primaries throughout the states if they did that, and make for news and just make it a lot more interesting if you had a little competition going on there.
Boys and Girls Club got some big event coming up. I haven't seen anything on it. I've seen some flyers around town. So if anybody out there's from the Boys and Girls Club, we'd like to get that information.
Yeah, we haven't seen or heard from them in a while. And they used to come on a regular basis to promote their events, and we hadn't had the Boys and Girls director come on in a while.
I've seen some flyers around. I've seen some flyers around town about some big event they've got going on, but I said I haven't seen anything here. So if anybody's out there listening, we'd like to get that information.
Okay. If you got something going on, let us know. If you want to be on the Butch and Bob show, let us know.
Again, qualifying for all these county-wide offices begins March 4th, so we'll be lining up these politicians coming in, running for various offices, sheriff, solicitor, clerk of court, state court judge. There's a couple county commission spots open, a couple of school board races open. So again, we'll have all those politicians coming in. A lot of local races coming up.
A lot of local offices.
Yeah.
Different candidates will be running for those.
Sheriff Mosley gearing up for his re-election campaign. I understand that's going to be a contested race again, so we'll see who all jumps in that race. But
somebody else that wants to be sheriff, huh?
I've heard several names.
Wow. Okay, we'll find out when qualifying comes up. And that one comes out when? March
4th.
Oh,
March
right
4th
around the corner then.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
That takes place this year, so a lot of politicians will be out knocking on doors and coming on the show. So we're looking forward to those candidates coming on and talking about their candidacy for office.
Signs will be popping up like weeds. You'll see them everywhere around. And so just keep up with all what's going on by keeping tuned into 105.5 FM. We'll let you know who's running and all the details about the local elections that are happening this year. Anything else?
Hard to believe. I mean, it seems like Chuck just ran for it. I mean, time flies.
He's been sheriff now for
older I get, the quicker these days go by.
Yeah,
so,
about 3 years now, going on his 4th year.
Yeah.
Time does fly, doesn't it, Bob?
It is. It's flying. Yeah.
It flies right on by.
The older you get, the faster it goes.
It does. Tell me about it.
I still remember those days sitting in that 3-hour lab thinking that clock would never
move. Is it stuck?
I want to go back to those days.
Is it stuck?
I don't have that problem. I mean, I wake up, next thing I know, I'm going to bed. I mean, it's just days fly by.
They do. They just fly right on by.
It's just going. So.
Yeah.
But an interesting time of year, like I said, elections, we encourage everybody to get out and vote for this BLOST and also for the Georgia presidential primary. Hopefully a good turnout in Wayne County.
Okay. Early voting going on right now at Cracker Williams Center in Jesup. All right, Bob, have a good day.
Okay. All
right, the world famous Butch and Bob show right here on WIFO and brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.